Let me close. Hey, it's been a while, right? Yeah, I know. It's been a little too long. I think like since last August, I'm pretty sure. Whatever. Hola, mis compas de YouTube. Soy Alan Farias, o Rios, o Gomez. I don't know my last name, if I'm being honest. I have too many last names. Shit, my middle name is Daniel. But I come back to this video to get you guys an update. You know, in my last video, I talked about how I was going back to college. I was doing all this shit and how my life was going, you know. It's been a while, you know, since I posted, is what I'm saying. I did create a new channel. It's called Adan. I've been posting gameplay videos. I might switch it over here since this is more popular. I'm sorry for all the shaking. My fucking laptop is carrying it. I don't know. Here's a picture. I don't know. But I came back to talk to y'all to get you guys a little update. As you can see, this is my room now. You know, I got a mask that lights up. I don't know if you guys can see it. Here's a poster and a scroll. My Barcelona jersey and my Manchester United. We fucking suck, but still. Off to the side, there's a Star Wars poster. I don't even know. And the most valuable thing I think I have in this room, this. So for you guys who don't know, I play Street Fighter, and I recently went to this anime convention. That's why I got that fucking thing. I got this at an anime convention, and as you can see, I don't know, but it was signed by Faye Mata, the voice actor for Aki, voice actor for Konosuba in Aqua. I love anime is what I'm saying. Holy shit. Can you blame me? But maybe I want to change settings, you know, maybe talk to you guys a little more seriously, because there is a lot more that I need to say. So, come take a walk with me. After realizing that it's 92 degrees outside, we'll just be staying in here, you know? Got nothing else to... No. Alright, I can't do it if I'm being honest. So, going back, you know, we're talking about college now. I don't know. It's been like almost a year since I've uploaded. Holy shit, it's been almost a year. 40 views. We're going strong, boys. We're fucking amazing. But going back, my honest thought about college was it's gonna be fucking hard, especially at the start, like literally before you enter. And I say that because, you know, I'm the first in this household to really, go to college. My dad went to ECC, Elgin Community College, for a couple of years, or maybe like a couple months, and then he decided to go to trade school to become a mechanic. My mom never did. She only graduated high school. But that brings me to my first point. When it came to doing stuff and really helping me out to start with, especially when she didn't know what she was doing, was my mom. My mom helped me in everything. She paid for everything because, well, I'm a broke boy, and if I'm being honest, paying for soccer was shittiest thing that you can do. Dude, it was like, what, $300 for like a sweatpants, a sweater, all these fucking things. I mean, I bought extra, but still, she let me buy extra. She would always be there for me. Anything I wanted. She helped me do financial stuff, even though we didn't know what the fuck we were doing. We had a call and shit, but she helped me in that. She was my #1 supporter. And going back to think about it, when it was announced she had cancer back in August of last year, I kind of broke down in tears. I didn't know what to think of it. My dad told me. It was on, I think, a Thursday, and it was only the first week of school too. I think it was like literally the first fucking week of school, and I got the news. But I don't know. My dad asked me if I could drive back home to be with my mom, and I of course couldn't say no, since she was my mom. She had helped me through everything. On that day, on the drive back home, I just started bawling my eyes out. It was hard to to, you know, think that you might lose a person that you love, especially someone who helped you along your way. I don't I don't know how long she had gone through this. Apparently it had been 5 years battling it, but we just didn't know for the last four. Um but it came into fruition that she had, I think it was bone cancer in her arm. I drove back home. I I'd driven back home, bawling my eyes out. And when I got the call, I tried calling my mom to, tell her that, hey, I was just at school. I just made it out of practice. I'm looking for parking right now. This is exactly what I told her. And she was like, okay, find the parking and we'll talk to you later. I'll talk to you later. And little did she know that, that I was coming home. When I arrived home, she was in the backyard, in a patio, would you say, right? With my younger brother. My brother was playing with his bucket of toys, and he shouted my name. My mom looked back, and she saw me, and I guess she couldn't really believe it. She couldn't believe it. It was me. She started crying. I did too. It was just a very, very special moment. And it was with this sweater. I remember that day vividly. I hugged her in this sweater. That's how much I knew. She was on the phone with her mom. They were talking. And then I came and surprised her. Now, oh my God, my grandma, she ruined the moment a little bit, if I'm being honest. But yeah, she was saying, don't make your mom cry. And I was like, I'm not trying to make her cry. She's making me cry. And that day, I took a couple pictures with, my dad. I never usually take selfies, so those are some rare photos you're gonna see of me. But yeah, that was such a beautiful day. Months go by, and well, it seems to be getting worse. She's going to the hospital almost every week. She's going to the ER. I remember taking her a couple times because my dad was working and he couldn't really get out of work. And I would have to take her. Months go by, and it gets to 2024. Everything seems to be going good. She's feeling good. During Christmas break, like I said, I was broke. Okay, I tried to save up as much money as I could, but even that couldn't save me from the almost $1,500 I spent at school due to like just gas money or books I needed. And she would also like give me $100 every week just to, get gas and get stuff that I needed. So as I was saying, during Christmas, she wouldn't be able to do much. She had on her right arm a cast all the time. She couldn't really do anything other than like tell me what to do. Which brings me to my other point. I did a lot of errands. Like getting medicine, going to get my little brother food and stuff. It was just the whole thing. But during that Christmas, I pretty much had to wrap everything myself. I was the dude who was wrapping presents, um, figuring out present ideas for my younger brothers. I was trying to get my parents something as well, with the little amount of money I had. But yeah, they were there every step of the way, especially my mom. My mom, my mom really helped me with it, especially when I wanted to get my younger brother a Real Madrid jersey, since we're the polar opposite. He likes Real Madrid. I like Barcelona. Thank you. And Jude Bellingham had just signed and stuff, and I just had to get him something like that. And I remember the day because I had my phone I had the phone in my hand. I was like, Mom, let's get this for him. I think he'll like it. I'd be like, hi, and she paid for it, and I was like, thank you, dude. Even $100 hurt my wallet so bad, you don't even understand. And that leads me. But yeah, I came up with the idea. She bought them for me. Oh my god. It sounds like I'm squeezing money out of my mom, but I didn't mean to do any of that, if I'm being honest. So as I was saying, it came to 2024. She seemed happy. She seemed very, very motivated every day. There was only a couple of times where she would go to the ER, and she would be going back and forth through doctors and stuff. And it sounded like everything was going good. And then like, I'd say starting March, maybe May, coming into March, like somewhere around that time frame, it became apparent that it was looking a little more serious. It seemed like everything was a lot more serious than it would be because, well, I was just coming out of college. It was like the start of May where I would get out of college, and I'd have like a whole month of summer break. But in between, yeah. She would send me around to get some medicine and stuff. My younger brothers were still in school, so I had to really, do all the driving and stuff because no one else drives in the house other than me and my dad. And yeah, I was kind of like the errand boy. I didn't have much of a say, I just had to do it. Even though I did fight my way into a lot of arguments, but still. It was apparent during the last couple of days of May that something wasn't right. And I don't know what specifically the day it was, but I remember waking up. My mom was on her bed. I told her good morning and stuff. It was on a Saturday, I'm pretty sure, because my dad was home. And the day started off normal. She woken up. She went down the stairs. She needed assistance with it too. So throughout the week, I was the dude, but my dad would do it during the weekends. And And then it was like around 12, and I'd gone downstairs to work out because I had like a little home gym, if you will. And I come upstairs to, or an hour later, I come upstairs to my mom not feeling very well. I was like, "What's going on?" And she was like, my brother was like, "Oh, you're not helping and stuff." You know, me and him like to joke around, but I had asked her if she was fine. She said she was okay, and it was apparent that maybe she wasn't, because it we'd gone through it so many times that, you know, maybe she was just fine. It was just a little, you know, a little oxygen scare, because she did have frequent oxygen. She had to be put on oxygen after like at the start of May, but you know, we thought it would be just a simple checkup. She'll be fine and back home and stuff, but that wasn't the case. A day would go by and my mom was still in the hospital. I called my dad to, you know, check up on her and to see how she was doing. And he told me she was okay right now and she was doing fine. And then another day had passed and he'd be like, "I don't know how much time your mom has left to live." And that struck me, because last couple of times it was normal, you know, normal, very normal. But apparently this time it just got worse. I would go see her through the last couple of days in May. And yeah, I'd come see her. Like I said, I'd come to see her the last couple of days of May, and well, it was apparent that it was getting worse. She'd have a whole mask on. She wouldn't have the tubes in on her nose. She would have a whole mask, and that's how she would be at the doctor. On the first day I went to go see her, my aunt and my grandma, or her mom, were there to see her. Seeing her with that mask, knowing that I think my dad was going to be right about her last couple of days, I just had to let it all out. She told me that when it was time, it was time to go. And I told her, "But I wouldn't want you to go." She told me she was fine. She told me that it was okay. That she's a fighter. She's gonna keep fighting. But I didn't like seeing her like that. For those who don't know, I play soccer. At Aurora University, I am doing a whole program for exercise science, and I told her I don't even know what I want to do yet. I told her that I had dreams of doing something else. You know, this mic right here, do voice acting. I want to be a voice actor, but I don't know what to start. And I told her maybe I'll just start with some classes or free classes they have at Aurora. And she was like, "Yeah, do whatever you want. Do what you can. Don't give up on a dream." couple days passed. I think it was the 30th of May where she would come back home. She come back home. She wasn't herself at the doctor like a couple days before she started to have signs of like confusion, where she wouldn't really know what she was talking about. She would drift off into different topics, or she would ignore you completely because she was that confused. I didn't know what to think of it because she was my mom. And she was always ready to talk, even though I pissed her off every time I called her at school at 9 in the morning because it wasn't her time to wake up. But she told me she enjoyed those calls, so it doesn't really matter to me anymore. It was around the 30th, I think, right around the end of May. She'd come back home, and you could tell right away that she wasn't herself. She couldn't walk anymore. She couldn't really go up the stairs. My dad had to bring her up in a wheelchair all the way up because we're a two-story building. I don't even know. And that's what he did. It was the next day where my dad went to work, and I did the same thing, the whole routine. I woke up with my mom too, and we just had a normal day. I think it was one of the last ones too. My grandma came because she had been coming for like last couple of months just to see her every day. My grandpa too. That day though, we had to bring her back down to the stairs using the wheelchair. It took 3 of us because she couldn't really do anything. And we'd already set up a bed downstairs for her, just like a hospital bed that's comfortable enough for her so that she doesn't have to go up the stairs anymore. And that whole day, it was kind of like just a regular day. She was confused still, but she could talk a little. I'd ask her questions. I told her I wanted to cook food for her because I remember that I had work that day too. So I went to work. I asked her what she wanted to eat for tomorrow. And she said, surprise me. I was like, all right, well, I'm making spaghetti. I get back home. I do the same routine every time I get back home from work. She'd always be up at like 10 or 12 in the morning. And I just wave at her. She'd wave back. And I'd go to sleep. Not knowing that I was practically one of the last days, she would be normal. Well, not really, because I got the day mixed up. Shoot. No, I'd come back home from work, and she'd be sitting down on the couch, because she couldn't really go up the stairs. Kind of mixed it in, because it was the 2 days before she went to the hospital. The next day would be even harder. Everybody would come over to the house from my dad's side, my mom's side, and we'd all be around her. I think the highlight of my day was making my mom laugh. Telling her about the presents I bought my younger brothers, about the shitty moments we had when I was going to my aunt's house, because we used to go to our aunt's house every summer, and the dumb stuff they did as kids. She just had a good laugh. And well, a couple hours later, after having that whole comedy show with her, she would go to sleep, and I would be just around the house. I didn't really leave the house. I had more hair, and I didn't shave at all, even though I hadn't shaved at all. But I just enjoyed my day. It was like a normal day. I went downstairs, played Guitar Hero with my cousins. It was fun. We still can't get La Bamba down, but I don't know. We'll figure it out this next couple of weeks when I can go over the house and we can just beat it. But yeah. So the next day comes. I went to sleep because I just had to go to sleep. I was planning to wake up, just take a little 3 hour nap and wake up, go see my mom. But everybody just told me to go back to sleep after waking up, so I went back to sleep and woke up at around 9. I wake up, I go to my mom instantly, and I wake up to the news that my mom doesn't have a lot of time left. Literally, it could be that day. It could be the next day. We told her, because she's just a fighter. She just was. We told her it's okay to let go. That you don't need to suffer anymore. That you can go on in peace. We'll be fine. It might be hard, but we promise you that we'll keep everything together. At around 12, my mom passed away that day. It was only a couple minutes after we'd gone to talk to her. I think she heard us. I don't know if she did. She passed away on 6/2/2024, June of this month. I know I probably should have took a little more time to recuperate because I don't look well, but the hole that she took, and the hole that's in my heart, I don't even know. I was hoping she would make it out for my younger brother's birthday. It was on the 19th of this month, which is only a couple of days from when I'm recording this. I was hoping she would make it up till next Christmas. I was hoping she would see me go back to college. A lot of things that I'd hope she had done. That day I wasn't well. When I heard she passed away, I ran to her, grabbed her arm, and said I'm sorry. Before she told us that she doesn't want us to cry, I couldn't hold it. My aunts and stuff took me to the other room where I feel very numb from my everywhere. I felt like I was getting another panic attack. Which, to be honest, I've only had maybe a couple of them. Just one other time where I had a panic attack. I just tried to go back to her, but I actually couldn't walk. week passes by. We say our final goodbyes. On Saturday, we buried her. And I did what my mom wanted, to be strong. She wanted every single one of us to be strong. And that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Mira, ma, yo te amo. Te amo con mi corazón. 1000 veces. Everyone else in this house does too. I hope that many of you watch this video and look at your parents. Love them. Cherish them, because I know you get this a lot, but one day they're not going to be gone. And then the saying that of, well, what are you going to do when I'm gone? Comes true. Because right now, I don't even know what I want to do now that she's gone. Hopefully, I can post another video in the next couple of days of one of her songs that I played her a lot. I even made her cry. I have a video of it. Thankfully, my aunt recorded that video too. I miss you, ma. And I'll try to post more videos on this channel. No. Okay. I hope that this gets to many of you. I hope that you guys can look at your parents and say you love them. I hope you ask them a bunch of questions. I hope that you dedicate your life to them like they did to you. Okay. Ya basta de ser un chillón. I cried enough. I promised my mom. Alright. Peace out, guys. I love y'all. Remember what I said.